One of the most accomplished defensemen to ever come out of St. Louis, Chris Butler, a USH. There we go. Come on now. Butler, a USHL All-Star, an NCAA All-American, a Stanley Cup champion. Most people know Butler for his 11 seasons playing defense in the NHL, but his hockey journey began long before that. He grew up playing in the Kirkwood Youth Hockey Organization before transitioning to the AAA Blues and the St. Louis Junior Blues. He'd also played 2 seasons at Chaminade High School. But his game would take him to Sioux City, where he'd develop into a first-team All-USHL performer and land a scholarship to the University of Denver. There he'd star with the Pioneers, land a spot on the 2006 USA World Junior Championship roster, where he'd play alongside the likes of Eric Johnson, Blake Wheeler, Phil Kessel, TJ Oshie, and many more. In 2005, the Buffalo Sabres would select Butler in the 4th round with the 96th overall pick in the NHL entry draft. Butler's calm presence and smooth skating led to him playing over 400 NHL games over 11 seasons with the Sabres, the Calgary Flames, and the St. Louis Blues, being a part of the Blues' first ever Stanley Cup championship in 2019. In the 2013-2014 season, while playing with Calgary, Butler finished that season with 211 block shots. That was good for second most in the NHL that year. A multi-generation hockey player, Chris's dad, Doug, played at St. Louis University, played with Lindsay Middlebrook, and also enjoyed a professional hockey career. Butler now works with the Pittsburgh Penguins as a player development coach, and he's here with us tonight. Please welcome Chris Butler.
Thank you. To Scott Rupp, thank you for your organizational skills, being able to pull this event off, seeing how much history there is with St. Louis amateur hockey and how you encapsulate it is truly impressive. And I think I speak for all of us up here. We're really excited to not get any more text messages from you, so thank you. To the first wave of athletes that came through St. Louis, to Cam Jansen, Jan Stastny, Neil Komodowski, thank you for giving us something to strive for and to chase for breaking down the stigma and the barrier that you couldn't be a hockey player from St. Louis. Thank you. Now to some of the coaches and characters I've had over the course of the years, to Scott Stream, who's here tonight. Thank you for making sure that there was never a dull moment at a practice or a game. At a young age, I learned a lot about science, like the fact that the goalposts were made out of Schedule 40 black iron, which you would belt at the top of your lungs at our Pee Wee games sitting outside a Kirkwood rink, and for making sure that it's physically impossible to fall on the ice as you're verbally assaulting a referee as you're running to take care of an injured player in Cincinnati, Ohio. So thank you. To Mike Zook and Perry Turnbull, as a late bloomer, thank you for taking me into the AAA program. I learned so much about the game of hockey. The last 20 years of my life would have been very different if it wasn't for you, Perry. Thank you. Now we'll get a little more lighthearted. To Matt Buha and Matt Rubis, thank you for instilling in confidence in me as a young man, as a freshman at Chaminade. The level of passion and pride that you guys coached with representing Chaminade was inspiring and motivating. Playing in front of a packed crowd at Queenie Ice Rink is one of the fondest memories of my high school career. That, and when Coach Buha got thrown out of a game at Wentzville for asking the referee if he could get in trouble for thinking. As you can imagine, Mr. Buha let the referee know that he didn't think he was doing a great job that evening in a slightly unique way that only he could articulate. So thank you. Doc Runco. To Doc Runco, Mike Hazelton, Jack Bean, and the Joes family. As a 15, 16-year-old young man, you can learn a lot in the locker room with the likes of a TJ Toll, Nathan Hucker, Joe Watson, and Tony Miller. There's days where looking back, we were more of a halfway house or a work release program than a hockey team. But what the Junior Blues family, or the Junior Blues program meant to the Joes family and to the coaching staff was so apparent, it pushed us all to be better and work in order to not let you guys down. Thank you. To the Blues alumni, the likes of Al McInnes, Jeff Brown, Kelly Chase, Tony Twist, Perry Turnbull, Mike Zook, what you guys did to the St. Louis hockey community, putting the group of kids on the map, seeing what it is today. I hope you guys are proud of the accomplishments that you guys have done. Truly impressive, and thank you. To be in this game, it takes sacrifice, sleepless nights, dedication, long days, lots of hours, and that's from the folks around you. To my family, to my in-laws who took me in as one of their own, my wife, my kids, who still deal with my crazy lifestyle, the time on the road. Sometimes there's no better feeling than leaving the driveway and heading out to get to work, but there's no better feeling than coming home. Thank you.